Within your Reviso agreement, you have two types of VAT codes, one based for sales and one based for purchases, so one for input and one for output VAT. If you have selected a default company setup, when you first took out your Reviso agreement, these VAT codes are automatically installed for you, and they are based under Settings, All Settings, Finance, and VAT codes, and they're all listed here. If you're only showing 10 to a page, select all and you'll be able to view all of them. And as you can see, they're given a VAT code which appears when you're processing a transaction, and if the VAT code has been linked to a nominal code, cost center, cost account that you're processing your purchase invoice to or journal entry to, the VAT code will automatically appear for you. You can change that. It will prompt you with one the system thinks you should use. So if I just click on here, the first area is the type. So whether it's sales, purchases, or in this case, purchase from abroad. Then it's the rate type. So whether it's standard, reduced, zero, exempt, out of scope, or reverse charge. Then you can enter your VAT code. This is grayed out because we're looking at one that's already been created. The name, so that's the name given by you for the type of VAT code, and then the rate, and then whether it relates to EC goods or related services, and the account number, and this is the account number within your balance sheet. So whether it relates to input or output VAT, so sales or purchases. When you're processing a supplier invoice or a journal entry, if I go to Chart of Accounts, again with the default setup, each code you select is linked to a VAT code based on that type of transaction. So if we go to our sales accounts here, these are already linked for you in a default setup and already linked to the system via your product list, which is linked to your product group, which is linked to a code, which is then linked to a VAT code. If you're processing a supplier invoice and you select the code, for instance 6200, this VAT code will appear, and this stands for Purchases Standard Rate. If you want to edit any of your chart accounts, the VAT code, you can do it by editing this code or any code which you wish to change, and then you can change the VAT code which will appear when you're processing. You can also change the VAT code at point of entry, but this makes it just slightly easier for you because it will prompt you to the VAT code the system thinks you should use. Should you require any further information on VAT codes, please contact our support at help@reviso.com, or you can call us direct, or you can go through the chat line here and enter your question.